Hello students, welcome to our online classes. This is part 2 from chapter 3. We had started chapter 3, Companies Administration, Rise and Expansion. In the previous video, we discussed about the administrative structure of East India Company. The administration of East India Company was carried out by 4 agencies: civil services, army, police and judiciary. Civil services for general administration, army to protect the territories held by the British India, and police to maintain law and order and to ensure peace, and judiciary to provide justice. In this video, we will discuss about the major land revenue settlements introduced by East India Company. Let's start today's topic. Land revenue system of British in India is divided into 3 parts: permanent settlement, Raiyatwadi settlement and Mahalwadi settlements. Why East India Company introduced these land revenue systems? Any idea? Okay. The economic policy adopted by the British government in India brought many changes in the land revenue system, trade, agriculture and industry. And the aim of these policy was only to promote British economic interest in India. And money was needed for administration as well as to fund the numerous war fought by the British. So the collection of land revenue was a vital task for the company. To achieve this purpose, company introduced 3 revenue collection systems: permanent settlement, Mahalwadi settlement and Raiyatwadi system. So for the collection of fund, East India Company introduced 3 land revenue systems. Permanent settlement is also known as Zamindari system. So this is the distribution of regions, distribution of land revenue systems in different regions of our country. Permanent settlement: Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, some part of UP, Banaras. So this is all about permanent settlement. Raiyatwadi settlement: South Indian regions, Madras, Karnataka, all these regions includes Raiyatwadi system. And Mahalwadi system is popular in northwest regions, provinces, Ganga Valley regions, parts of Bengal, Bombay, Punjab and parts of central India. So this is all about the distribution of the different land revenue systems in the regions of our country, India. Permanent settlement. Permanent settlement was introduced in Bengal, Odisha, Bihar and district of Banaras by Lord Cornwallis in 1793. So permanent settlement was introduced by Lord Cornwallis in 1793. Under the permanent settlement, zamindar were recognized as the owners of the land as long as they paid the revenue to the East India Company. So, zamindar were recognized as the owners of land until they paid the revenue to the East India Company. The amount of revenue that the zamindar had to pay was fixed. So the amount of revenue was fixed, and zamindar had to pay every year to the company, even if there were adverse conditions such as flood and drought. Zamindar had to pay 89% of the revenue collected to the East India Company. 89% to the East India Company and rest 11% keeping himself. And zamindar were free to fix the rent. So the rent was fixed by zamindars. The raiyats, which are also known as cultivators, were considered as tillers or tenants of the soils. Under permanent settlement, zamindar lost their administrative and judicial functions as they performed by the company now. If zamindar did not pay the fixed amount, his property was seized and sold. So this is all about the permanent settlement. Due to permanent settlement, this system ensured them a fixed regular income without taking the trouble to the collect it from each and every farmer. And the farmers lost their right to land and had to pay very high revenue even if the crops failed. To pay the revenue, the farmers often had to borrow money from moneylenders and were deeply indebted. It was very difficult to repay this debt. So, this is all about the permanent settlement. Next is Rayatwari system. Rayatwari system was introduced in Bombay, Madras, and Assam. Sir Thomas Munro introduced it in Madras, and it was during the term of Lord Hastings. There were no zamindars in the South India. The company recognized the peasants or farmers as the landowners. So, in permanent settlement, landowners are zamindars, and in Rayatwari settlement system, the landowners are peasants. Under the Rayatwari system, a direct settlement was made between the government and the Rayat. Rayats are also known as farmers. So, there was a direct settlement between the government and the Rayats or cultivators. The revenue was fixed for a period from 20 to 40 years, where every individual was responsible for payment of revenue. So, revenue was fixed for the period of 20 to 40 years, and every individual was responsible for payment of revenue to the company. Every peasant was personally responsible for direct payment of land revenue to the government, and the revenue was fixed on the basis of quality of the soil and nature of the crop. So this is very important. The revenue was fixed on the basis of quality of soil and the nature of crop. So this is all about Rayatwari system. Next one is Mehalwari system. 1822, the Mehalwari system was introduced under William Bentinck. This was basically a modified form of zamindari settlement introduced in the Ganga Valley, Punjab, Northwest provinces and parts of central India. So this system was introduced by William Bentinck, and this is modified form of zamindari system, and this system introduced in Ganga Valley, Punjab, Northwest provinces and central parts of central India. Under this system, Mahal group of villages was created as community block, and the basic unit of revenue settlement was the village or the Mahal. So this is important. The basic unit of revenue system was village or the mahal. As the village land belonged jointly to the village community, the responsibility of paying the revenue rested with the entire mahal or the village community, and the benefit was largely enjoyed by the government. So in this system, the landowners are village community or head of the village, and the basic unit of revenue settlement was village, which is also known as mahal, and this the benefit was largely enjoyed by the government. Have a look on permanent settlement. The settlement was made with the zamindars who collected revenue from the peasants and hand over a fixed amount to the British. So in permanent settlement was made with the zamindars, and zamindars collected revenue from the peasant and hand over to East India Company. Rayatwari system, under this system company collected revenue direct from farmers or rayats. And Meherwari system, according to this system, the company collected taxes remitted by village heads or head of joint families, not from individual farmers. So in permanent settlement, zamindars are responsible for collecting revenue. In Rayatwari system, company directly collected revenue from farmers or rayats, and in Meherwari system, company collected revenue from village head or head or joint family. So this is all about today's topic. Thank you, students.